think you have to have goals. You have to have a long-term plan and work backwards, because if you don't have a goal, you don't get anywhere. If you don't have a map of where you're going, you don't get anywhere. So set realistic goals, achieve them, recalibrate them, reset the goals, and have a plan. A lot of people don't have a plan. The plan is the first step.
The key to being rich is saving, and saving early. Because of that, I think you can't wait until you're 45 or at a later age. We need to think about how we start early. And because of that, we need to think very carefully about what habits we create about spending. If you start enjoying expensive cars at a young age, there's a good chance that you'll keep on spending on expensive cars for many years. But if you start at a relatively modest ways of living, you're not necessarily going to sacrifice much on happiness, but you will get to save much more and actually might be able to afford retirement.
Well, to get rich, I would say, first get rich slowly, get rich with patience, get rich by investing every extra penny you have, which at the beginning will not be very many pennies, and do it month after month. Don't get swayed by the behavior of the market. Don't try to guess the market.
Well, save as much as you can when you're young. Save it if you can in a diversified portfolio of stocks. Defer consumption to the extent that you can while the money is compounding. And do not be discouraged by fluctuations in the market and selling out too quickly. And I'd say also try to buy when the market is cheap, by which I mean when its price-earnings ratio is low compared to the 10-year moving average.
The best advice that I can give people thinking as a tax attorney about getting rich is to not let the tax tail wag the dog, which is kind of a fancy way of saying that, you know, be sure to make your investments, do what you want, think about the tax consequences, but don't be so paralyzed by the tax consequences that you miss out.
At the end of the day, money is just math, and it's not that complicated, and you just have to learn about it. The best thing you can do with your money is in your 20s to not make mistakes. Have a budget, understand your credit score, know how to use a credit card properly, understand what it means to borrow money when you're getting a home. So one of the best things you can do for your money is learn early on, and then don't make some of those mistakes that can actually ride out for a decade or longer.
You're watching this video right now, you might be pumped up, okay, I'm gonna go invest, and then 3 weeks later you get busy and you forget about it. If you set up an automated system, the minute you get paid, the money's going to the correct accounts, it's being properly invested, you don't even need to think about it. It happens invisibly, and that is one of the most effective ways to growing long-term wealth.
And along the way, don't peek. Do not, under any circumstances, look at your 401k statement, ever. Why would you look? Doesn't matter till you retire. It's going to go up and down. And when you retire, if you've never looked at it and put these little odds and ends of your financial life into it, I'd recommend that you own that final statement at retirement seated, because you're apt to faint with the amount of money you've accumulated.
The other approach, of course, if you can't save money, the key is to be really nice. If it's really hard for you to save money, the key is to be really nice to your kids.